Hey Sagittarius, on this day of Mercury, which I believe, we're going to really, this is Mercury's, of course, about communication. So we're going to do one of my favorites. Who's talking about you? Who's talking about Sagittarius? Ugh, probably a lot of people, right, Sag? If this is your first time here, this is a Sagittarius channel. I am Heidi. I start the sauce. So if you're looking for personal readings or products, please check out the links in my description. It will take you there, Sagittarius. Let's get started. All right. So first, let's look at this person. Who is this person talking about you, Sag? It's always past people, right? Generally, So Mercury retrograde and move on is here. I just feel like there was like a big misunderstanding. Mercury retrograde is, we say some fucked up shit, right? During Mercury retrograde. And, because to be honest, I'm not saying this happened during Mercury retrograde, but, it's kind of like thoughtless communication. We just are vomiting at the mouth, right? There was something said here, and I guess like this person could have moved on from you, or it's just both of you moved on, probably gave like the impression that what was said, we moved on from that, but I don't really feel like that's the case. I feel too like this is a go back and fix shit kind of thing, which really plays out because there was definitely something said. There was a misunderstanding that caused an ending here. So I'm guessing this was a fight, or it wasn't cool. I can tell you that. And this could be with anybody, honestly, because I'm not seeing like any of the cards representing love or relationships. But I will tell you this, like, this is interesting about this person. They could be at a distance from you, but like, all right, so when I think about Sagittarius, we are very outspoken. Even if we're quiet people, we say what's on our mind, right? This person doesn't. Okay, so that will give you a clue to this person because the shy one came up, opposites attract, and long distance relationship. So, whatever this situation caused a lot of distance between you, it could be that they're at a distance from you, but I feel like this is someone who doesn't really speak up about their feelings. They're probably pretty quiet, probably someone who doesn't like confrontation. And we tend to run headfirst into confrontation, you know what I mean? Especially, I encountered a Sagittarius earlier this week, and it was really interesting for me because I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon, and we don't realize the effect that we have on people until we're faced with it. And I had to deal with someone who just had to have their say, and I think that's how we present a lot of the time. And it's hard to be on the other side of that. So, just saying, just putting it out there a little bit. But, I feel like this person is very quiet, doesn't generally say what they feel. They probably just moved on, right? But there was definitely a conversation here that just kind of blew this shit up, right? It caused a lot of distance. I don't know. I feel like it was like a catalyst to what ended this between you. As far as the situation, karmic relationship was here. New beginnings are here, and talking. I feel like it's possible that maybe you both have a different perception of what happened. There were resentments, obviously, right? But I feel like this is the other person and they are looking at things differently. Okay, maybe because they had time, the heat of the moment is gone and they've had time to think about it, and it could be that they want to talk again. So you could receive a text message or a phone call from this person. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting back together, because I'm also not seeing reconciliation energy here. This is all kind of surrounding this argument or this conversation that did so much damage, like literally. And, as far as Mercury retrograde and move on, what I was seeing is the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. Like, I really feel that what keeps this person from talking, or what has, is their ego, their pride. I mean, that would be the only thing. As far as when they talk to you, I can't even say, because this person moves in a lot of pride, a lot of ego, and yeah. It kind of says with the Emperor and the Knight of Swords reverse, it kind of like, actually that's the Queen of Swords. I mean, they're kind of still clouded by their emotions and their pride. And I feel like that's what has kept them from talking to you. Yep. King of Pentacles and the Magician. But I feel like they do want to talk. I feel like they do want to work this out. So to be honest, I'm not so sure this is a lover. But, you take it as your situation occurs. We're seeing the Ten of Wands and the Hermit. I mean, they've been going over it, thinking about it, with the Ten of Wands, because it still sticks with them. I don't feel like this person, I don't feel like it might have been the best decision to, not deal with each other, but, they're still kind of carrying it. And, because the Ten of Wands is a burden, it's heavy. It's heavy. And they probably have really tried to just stay busy, maybe focus on making things happen for themselves to avoid dealing with this. And you know what happens when you don't deal with something? It just gets bigger. And so now there is a sense of just needing to complete this, needing to get this off the books, right? Who they're talking to, I feel like they've been talking to family. With the Ten of Cups here, that usually represents family, so maybe they're talking to a family member. And really taking this as, a growth experience. Like something about this really made this person grow. And with the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Star, I feel like this person thinks a lot about healing things, thinks a lot about it, and they also realize that there was just some things about themselves that they couldn't look at, they didn't want to see, and now they see it, and now they're kind of doing something about it. Yeah, okay. And I feel like, too, with this person, one thing that stresses them out is I feel like they decided at that moment that they didn't want nothing to do with you, but they weren't really truly facing their true wants and desires. So their intended actions are the Two of Wands, and, there's so much wounded energy with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords being here. I feel like this person has really been coming to face some things about themselves. And, they want to do something. They want to come together. They think about that a lot. It's kind of like all they can think about, right? And they want to talk about it, I feel like. With the Ace of Cups and the Three of Swords, like they want to tell you how much this hurt them. You know, and with the Three of Swords, we're also healing. Like, there's a need to do this just to take the knife out, right? Just to take the knife out. But I will tell you this, like, this person, now that they're like looking at everything, they don't want it to be pain that exists between you. They don't want whatever happened to be the thing that's between you. Because this person does really care about you. And it's kind of like the more they work on themselves, the more they're able to see it. And maybe this person just didn't see things clearly at the time, you know? Maybe they didn't. And I will tell you that 999 was in the cards, which is the number of manifestation. So, I don't know, Sag, maybe you've been thinking about it too. You know, sometimes we say things in the heat of the moment, and later on we're like, I gotta fix that, right? So let's see what they want from you. So what does this person want from Sagittarius? What does this person want from Sagittarius? I was seeing the High Priestess too. I think this person dreams about you. Kind of like, and you would know what it was because it feels like something that, I don't know, lacked closure in some way. So what do they want from Sagittarius? What does this person want? Seven of Wands. What does this person want from Sagittarius? Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. What does this person want? Well, you know, they want to go over it. They want you to let your guard down. And just, you know, can we just bring stability to this? Because we used to be ride or die. We used to really be there for each other, right? And, you know, this person knows you're that kind of person. And so, but of course, the situation probably made you very guarded because, you know, the Seven of Wands, right? And it might kind of be like, even in your energy, it's like, it's that fight or flight energy. Like, I just got to make sure I'm protected, right? Because there's a lot of that energy. And it's like, can we just move on and make this right? Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands and the Star. Yeah, definitely. You know, they miss your energy. They miss, you know, how fun you were, your sense of adventure with the Knight of Wands. And can we just, you know, you probably inspired this person too with the Star. And they just, I get the sense that they want to heal this. Yeah, move on. You know, I don't, it's interesting because I feel like this person just wants to close this out. Close this out. I mean, what does this mean for the future? Well, let's see. Where would this lead Sagittarius and this person? Where would this lead them? The Emperor. Ooh, again. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. The Emperor and the Four of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles again. To build a better foundation. You know, like this actually, you couldn't be the same with this person, right? But what it would actually do, Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, is create a different foundation, create a better foundation, a more solid foundation. And this is really about like rebuilding, you know, in a new way, coming to it as new people. So I don't know, Sag. Let's take a look at where you stand on it. Where does Sagittarius stand on this? What does Sag think of all this? Eight of Cups. What does Sag think? The Fool. The Five of Cups. What does Sag think of all this? I feel like you kind of miss this person too. I feel like you are, like, you moved on, for sure. Like, moved on to things, right? And I do feel like you maybe carry a lingering sadness, right? You know, kind of too, I kind of sense that there maybe wasn't a door left open. Meaning, you know, a little crack, like, you're willing to listen, the Queen of Swords. Willing to listen, right? But not willing to go back to the way it was. You know, so if you're going to Five of Cups it, and you're going to bring, you know, if it's going to be like it was, right? Or if you're still carrying resentment, then I don't want to do it. You know, then I don't want to do it. I'm not about all that with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I'm not about all that. You know, let's see. Yeah, Nine of Wands reversed. You know, and the overall, and it's kind of like you're in this space where you're like, you know, I'm not going to go back to a place that I healed from. So if you're bringing it just to like, if you want to talk about this just to fight again, then I'm not going to do that. That's pretty much where you stand on it. But I do kind of sense that you miss this person, you know, so you're open to listening. So what is the possible outcome here? Ten of Pentacles. Jeez. And there's the High Priestess. So Ten of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. I feel like you know, you may be working on this, right? You may be working on this. There still is a little leftover conflict with the Five of Swords, right? Because you don't want to be the one who does all the work, Sag. You know, you don't want to be the one who does all the work. So, you know, I kind of feel like you're happy to work on this, but you're waiting to see, you know, you're in this mode of receiving. Like if they're not going to do what they say they're going to do, then, you know, I don't want any parts of it. I'll keep it stepping. You know, but with the Hangman and the Queen of Pentacles, you're not going to be doing the work here is what you're saying. You're not going to do the work. Knight of Swords. I want you do something. You know what I mean? Yes, Sag. Yeah, so that's where you stand with that. You want them to take action. You want them, you know, they're the one coming to you with this. You were okay. You were moving on. You know, so if they want things to work, you're wanting to see more from them. You know, so, yeah. Yeah, and I kind of feel like you're in this energy, especially with the Queen of Swords, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm watching to make sure this just isn't more crap, right? But I do feel like you're open to listening. I do. So, that's what I have for you, Sag. Toodles.